Hi, I'm Dana, and I don't really need to tell you that because I think it's the only people that actually regularly watch me that are gonna watch this anyway. I thought I've got to sit up straight because I've got a desk and stuff now because I've moved house. I have I don't have a bed, but I do have a desk, and it's quite exciting. I haven't had a desk in a really long time. And it's like right in front of the window, so I'm hoping that the lighting is like absolutely stunning, even though my light is doing nothing. Basically, I just want to do a little update video because my life's actually really good right now. I know I did a little update video not that long ago from this very room, in fact, but things just keep getting better and I want to talk about it a little bit because I've had a little break so that I could move. And last time I just didn't post anything, it was because horrible things were happening. So I'm quite excited to be able to make a video being like, yo, I didn't post because good things were happening and I have a social life and I've got friends and things are going really well. So having moved out, there's also I've got a spinny chair too now, so that's gonna fuck us up. But having also moved out, there's some things that I can talk about. I thought it's gonna fall then. I can talk a little bit about some things that are actually quite serious and horrible, which involve my ex quite a lot. And obviously I couldn't talk about them while living with him. And yeah, so that's the main thing that's really great and different, is not living with my ex. Because I tried very hard to like maintain a good friendship / relationship going, even though we'd broken up, and it didn't work. And it was quite a horrible abusive relationship, especially for the last couple of years. So it's so nice to have fucking moved out. It's so nice to be away from that. I was terrified, and like the night before I like officially like moved out, like my last night that I was staying there, we had a huge horrible time where he went into quite a lot of detail about how horrible my life was about to be without him and how I can't do anything on my own and I was about to be a massive failure. And I'll give that it's been like a week and a half, but so far I feel like things are going pretty damn fucking well for me, and I feel real fucking good, honestly. I don't feel good about the framing of this video. I really need to like sit the fuck up, but I feel good about life, and that's really amazing for me. That's not happened before. Like ever. It's a bit late for this, but if you haven't watched any of my videos before, you haven't kept up with like the life updates, I'll post here. There'll be a little link to the last one I talked about my moving situation because I don't want to have to rehash everything ever. But I've moved in with a housemate and I'm so fucking happy. It's such a good time. It's so great. My housemate's Jimmy and he's just fucking brilliant. He's just kind of the best person ever. I could not have asked to move in with a better fucking person. And he's just fully initiated me into his friendship groups, which means that the other night I went clubbing. I went clubbing. Now I've had nights out before. My cat tree's here. I'm sorry, this is a lot more comfortable. I'm still figuring out where I'm filming and what I'm doing. So I've been out on nights out before. And I fucking hated it. I didn't think I liked nights out. I was like, I just don't, oh no, the sun, fucking hell. I've never enjoyed it. If I didn't end up like not drinking and looking after other people, I ended up drinking way too much to try and stop being anxious. And I was still fucking anxious anyway. And then I'd like throw up or I'd have an argument with something. Like every night just ended in tears. Every night out I've had has been a horrible night out. Until now. We went to see a DJ set, and like obviously I'm not that big into like electronic music, but I actually really enjoyed it. It was just really fun. Like it was a really small venue and I was with really good people. Like they checked I was okay often enough that I was like, there's people around me making sure I'm good, but it wasn't so often that it was annoying, you know? And like it was a very just naturally fun time. And it's ridiculous to have to talk about because this is just what people do. This is how people live. They go out on a weekend and like have a good time with their mates and like dance and have a good time, but like that doesn't happen for me very often. I think that's like I've slunched down again, I'm sorry. I think that's quite like a common thing for a lot of autistic people, is that we just don't really find ourselves in those situations, and a lot of the time when we do, they suck. They really fucking suck a lot of the time. And it's, you know, it's a big combination of being with like really great people that you trust, which I've never had before, and that's why the majority of my nights out have ended badly, because I'm not with people that I enjoy being around. I'm not with people that I trust. In any situation that may arise, I'm just like, I hope nothing happens because I'd be fucked because these people are assholes. And you know, it was just amazing to be able like to go out and just be like, we're just all having a good time. No one's like judging each other. No one's like, there's just no crappiness, you know? It was just really nice and really fun, and I had a really great time, and I'm genuinely looking forward to hopefully doing it again at some point. I was also really worried about like my food and eating habits with like I've got a housemate, but like he's not me keeper, you know, like I have to look after myself still. And I was really worried that I wouldn't eat, that I'd just constantly order takeout. Like I wasn't sure what would go on because I'm just not really great with food, and like a lot of other things that come with like being an adult and living alone or living with like living an independent life essentially, I'm not very good at, and I was really worried about it. But as it turns out, I think I'm actually much better at a lot of things than I think I am. And it turns out that a lot of people have told me that I'm not good at things that I'm actually fine at. And I'm just consistently learning that, like, I'm okay, you know? Like, I had so many fears and concerns and worries and, like, anxieties and, like, what if I can't do this and what if I'm not good enough at this? And so much of it's stuff that was put on me by other people. And I'm actually, like, you know, like, there's definitely some things that I'm not great at and definitely still things that I need to figure out. But I think for the most part, I know how to be, like, a self-sustaining, independent adult, and I'm doing okay at it. You know, and it's nice to have, like, support from friends and, like, have people around you where, like, I know that if I really fucked up, it wouldn't be a total disaster. You know, I've got people that can help me out if I need them to. But I can do it. The actual moving was a bit of a nightmare. That was probably the most stressed I've ever been in my life, to be honest. But that's why it's really important to have like a few people around you that you can trust and depend on, even though like I don't like having to depend on people. I don't like being a burden. I don't like having to ask for help. But we're learning, and it meant that my housemate and his sister like essentially moved me. Like I had my pal Dave that I've mentioned in other videos. I need to stop twirling, I'm sorry. I've had my pal Dave that I've mentioned in a couple of other videos help me a lot. Like he helped so much because he's got quite a big car as well, and he just did a whole bunch of trips for me. It was fucking incredible and so nice of him. And then my housemate and his sister like moved all of the rest of my stuff, and I came into this very room and it was just covered in shit. There was just bags and bags of stuff everywhere, and it absolutely horrified me. And I managed to get it sorted in like 3 days. And it's not perfect. There's still like a few bits I need to do, like get to bed and put the rug down. But, you know, it's like 99% done. I can live in it and it's fine and it's a good time. I am going to do a room tour soon because I'm actually really quite proud of it. But I want to get a bed. That's the big one. I want a bed. And I mean, that's the thing as well, is that because I haven't got a bed currently, I've had to figure out storage for everything else. So many things are going to be able to go under my bed. So yeah, that's the update. I finally moved. I'm making friends and I've had a really good night out. I also went to a party, but it was a bit of a time, so we're not going into that one. Definitely need to figure out a better filming setup than this. I feel like I've just been spinning and twirling the entire time. We'll figure it out. It's all going to be good. And the next video that you see will be like a real actual content video and not just me talking shit and be like, guys, I think I might like kind of be happy. But like this is by far the nicest living situation I've ever had in my life. You know, like even with my family, it was very like I didn't want to be there and they didn't really want me around. And then with my ex, like I say, there were a lot of issues within that relationship that some of them I'm going to go into at some point, I think, because I think a lot of it was related to being autistic and being quite vulnerable and being very young and blah-de-blah. Like there's a lot to it. Some things I think I'll go into, but some things just need to remain private and personal, you feel me? Oh, and finally, I hit 2,000 followers. Like, I've got 2,000 subscribers, and that's fucking wild. That's so insane. It's absolutely crazy. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for following me. It's really special. It's really crazy. It's absolutely mental. It really blows my mind. I just wanted to make some little videos and see if other people felt the way that I did and related to the way that I sort of see the world and see life and stuff. And now there's 2,000 of you that let me know like if you relate and how you feel, and it's, I mean, not 2,000 of you because not everyone comments, but loads of you do comment, and I'm really happy that you're all here. I just, you know, I never thought that I'd have like an actual, I don't want to call it a following, viewership maybe. I didn't think people were actually going to watch my videos, you know. I thought I'd maybe find like a handful of people that would just like me, and then that'd be like my little community. And it's growing to be like, I know 2,000 subscribers on YouTube these days is nothing, but to me, that's wild. Do you mind? I just never thought I'd have anywhere near this many subscribers, and as much as I know it's not like a big thing in the grand scheme of things, 2,000 people is a lot, and I'm really glad that you're all here. Yeah, thank you for sticking around. Thank you for anyone that's ever commented or liked a video or anything. It's really lovely of you, and I'm really happy. That's the moral of this video, is like right now I've had like a solid week of like mostly good moods. Like there's been a few like situations where I've been like, oh, this isn't great, but my moods remained fairly high throughout because I'm just having a good time. I'm in a really good period of life right now, I think, and I hope that reflects in some really good content to come when I'm cleaning windows. They're probably gonna come clean my windows next because they're next door, and I don't want someone to look in and see me doing this. So I'm gonna go now. But whoever you are and wherever you are, I hope you're having a lovely morning, evening, day, afternoon, week, month, year. And I'll see you again in a couple of days.